the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
That down a little bit. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Jesus. And my picture froze. Oh, you shitting me. Oh, come on. Yep. Well. Ain't that some shit? I guess the camera's on me. I can't see because my computer screen froze up. Oh man. I want to go on the thought that I'm here. Because I did this the other day and I was still alive. I just couldn't see what the hell I'm doing. Which is not unusual around here. John hardly ever knows what the hell he's doing. But I seem to make it through every day, and I'm glad y'all made it through your day and you're here. Anyway, Jan Beats was the first one to jump in, followed by Bart Larson, the remixtress, is with us, thank goodness. Nancy Halverson, Adina Michael, thank you for being here. Jess Coggins, always glad to see you, brother. Bart Larson, Richard Phillips, let me see. Jeanette Miller is here. Jay Clayton and Stephanie Dean are both there. Ooh, romance continuing. Anyway, love that shit. Irene Lambert, thank you very much. Woo Pig. Randy Peterson, move hog above blue wave pig. Move the hog. I'll figure it out. We'll get it there. We'll get it. I can't see. Damn it on the camera. Anyway, Randy, thank you for being here, brother. We need to get together. Talked to Joe lately. We need need to have a meeting, buddy. Jeff Curry's here. Sherry P. Let me see. Just Coggins is here. Man, let me get on down here. We will get lost. Everybody's here. Kelly Clark's here. Oh boy. Husuk Inzenberger, thank you very much for being here. Bernadette Priya, thankful you're always here. You and Miss Chick make my day. Anyway, filter block. We'll fix it. Don't worry about it, buddy. It's always something to do around here. Let me get down here. I see Mega Wet Willie's here. BW's here. Everybody's here, and I can't see shit. And that's going to irritate the crap out of me all night. The only way to do it is to restart the whole damn show, so I assume y'all could see me, because I can't tell. Anyway, it is Sunday, baby. It's time to start off a new week, and what can we say about the whole last week? This is seems to be going from bad to worse on the Middle East over there, and the stories are just continue to be heartbreaking on both sides of that border. Okay, Carolyn says she can see me, and I guess on YouTube you can see me. Anyway, now that done messed me up all over the place, so I can't got my head. So we'll just get Bernadette and Miss Chick up here, and we'll just play it by ear. Hi, Bernadette.
Hi, John. Guess what?
What? That sounds like a happy what?
I see you, John.
Good. Because I can't see me, and you know that is going to mess with me the rest of the evening. I normally can be able to see if I do something. I can change the camera view. Anyway, it's froze.
I see you, John.
I'm glad.
Nice T-shirt.
And I love this T-shirt. It's one of my favorites.
I
wear it often, especially in times of crisis. Hi, Miss Chick.
Hi, John.
How are
I was
you?
just going to mention that your audio is kind of sketchy, though.
Yeah, it's crackly.
Crackly.
Like
Right.
you got a loose wire somewhere. It's
I got a loose wire.
not all the way
Believe
plugged
me.
in.
I've got a loose wire. I don't know. Does that make any difference? Is it?
I didn't say anything about screws.
Yeah, I got that too.
Okay.
Ask my doctor. He'll tell you real quick. Yeah, he's got a loose screw, all right. That's not a lie. I got screws in my back, and indeed, one of them is loose, it occasionally gives me. That's right.
Yes, and it was a little crackly, but it does seem to be better, and that was only happening here in Discord, not on YouTube.
Okay, good deal.
Don't move. Don't move.
All right. So, we ready to get into another show? Because I see people down there. Yes, jerk them up here. But before we do, we have a new thing we want to do because before we start the show, we want to remind ourselves and you of why we're here, why we're doing this. And oh man, I am not going to be able to see at all. Somebody should be on the screen right now. Ruben Gallego? Bernie? Anybody? Oh no.
What?
Is somebody on the screen?
Yes, Ruben Gallego.
Thank you. I can't see.
It's a delay, but yes.
Oh.
Ruben is oh my goodness, and my screen just froze too. Oh,
No, ain't we just we're on the ball
He's
tonight, I'm
running to
telling
play-
you.
no. Okay, Ruben.
Ruben
Running
Gallego,
in Arizona.
he is in
Ruben is
Arizona,
running
isn't
for
he?
Senate in Arizona. Yes, he is running in Arizona against our own little miss, shop at Forever 21 Christian Cinema. We do need to get rid of her, y'all. She's moved on and has become independent. So let her go independent over
I've
there.
rather
and we're
moved
gonna
on
vote
myself.
Yes, yeah, we moved on from her too. So yeah, go support Big Pharma and let them buy your clothes, and we'll elect Ruben Gallegos to the Senate as a real representative of Arizona. How
There
about
you
that
go.
one?
Now,
There you go.
with the delay here, there should be another one popping up. Jackie Rosen should be popping up.
Jackie Rosen.
There you go.
Jackie Rosen is currently over in Israel. She's on a tour with Chuck Schumer and Mitt Romney is over there with them.
I
That's the
saw
three
that
that I
picture.
saw. There's probably more. They had a bomb scare and had to spend some time in a bomb shelter. So she's doing a good work. And she really needs to stay in Nevada. And we should 2 for blue her, everybody.
Everybody. If you got a couple extra
Everybody.
bucks, these are our picks. And of course, we can't go anywhere without talking about our own blue dot, Aaron Trombley, who is running for town clerk.
Aaron.
There you go,
Yes.
baby. I can't
Well,
see
Aaron
Aaron
anything.
Trombley up there in New York, her little town of Monroe. She's running for town clerk. This is her second bid for running for a public office, and she's just a delightful, beautiful young woman and has some brilliant ideas that will work in her town, and we need to keep
She's an
for Blue and
inspiration.
Aaron. She is an inspiration.
to
I
all-
love this
to all
woman
of us.
dearly. She is a big ball of curly energy. That's just fun to
Indeed.
be around.
I know. She is. You
Yeah,
can just-
she is.
You can just tell. And I just noticed
Yep.
in the chat, Megawit Willie said that Suzanne Summers passed away today.
Yes,
Well, that's
Suzanne
sad.
Summers, may she rest in power. 76 years old, of course, the star of
Three's Company.
Three's Company.
I see.
And yeah,
Yeah.
she was a funny lady.
She
she
was.
was a funny
She
lady.
was. She'll be missed.
Yeah.
You know, that's what. Unfortunately, we all end up going
May
there.
she rest in power.
Huh?
I said, may she rest in power.
Indeed. Anyway, Joe Garcia, how in the hell are you? Joe? I can't hear
Can't
you,
hear you.
Joe. I seen
You
you.
almost
I seen you light up, but I couldn't hear a thing. We'll see if we can get Joe back on there. Aussie Dave, how are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you guys?
There he is.
I assume
Right
I'm
on.
well.
Somebody's working.
Yeah, I'm working down here in Australia. Everything works. It's just when it breaks, we don't fix it. We just
Right.
we just buy another one.
Yeah, well,
Listen,
I wish you could buy another Congress.
yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
this is you. Well, you can buy a congressman in America. Yes, you can. They are for
Right.
sale.
Yeah.
Sure, I understand. Pretty soon they're going to have a sale.
You got the yearlings.
Two
The
for one.
Yeah, we're
Sales,
facing
yeah.
another week with no leader. No speaker in the House. And the Republican Party now they're saying they're going to put up Jim Jordan, but there's already been moderate Republicans have already stood up and said we're not doing that. So it's a moot
Nah.
point. What outside
You know,
just generally wasting time.
Hey, I am all for putting him up and letting him get embarrassed, and maybe he'll go sit his ass down, put a jacket on in the corner somewhere.
I hope so. Be
You know
nice.
what? You know what this shows?
What?
You know what this shows? This shows something great, guys. We've got Donald Trump here saying, "Hey, I want Jim Jordan to be Speaker." Blah blah blah. You know what the GOP said? Fuck off.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
they didn't listen to Trump, did they? They just ignored him and says, "Well, you're not powerful anymore." And it's only the crazy eight, I call them, in the GOP that are making things hard, like the Gateses, the Boberts, and the Marjorie Taylor Greens and Jim Jordans, the crazy eight. And that's what's destroying your country is the crazy eight. But I want to go back to Bernadette's point, and I think it was your point as well about Kristen Sinema. The state she's running in, it's a three-way race between her, Lake, and the Democratic. I can't remember his name, but gets him. Now, let me tell you something, guys. The figures last night, these are approximate, but they're close. That Sinema is only pulling around 15% on polls. Lake is only pulling around about the low 30, 31, 32 on the polls. And the Democratic man is pulling 46s. So...
the mere fact that Carrie Lake is pulling in the 30% anywhere even fucking close to that is
but that's
astounding.
the percentage of MAGA. It really is. It's 30%.
It is their numbers. It is, that is the mega number, around 30%. Okay, and if you're mega, you're gonna get out there and you're gonna pull those kind of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
This chick is like loony as fucking.
I think MAGA took a hit.
Okay.
I think MAGA took a hit with Donnie's comments about Israel. The hard right.
Good.
Oh yes, they did.
Yes,
Over here they did.
Yeah.
It wasn't
fucking
well received from what he said.
Yeah, he's no good for them. And I say run, Donnie, run, because keep running your mouth and keep running for president, because the more he does, the more they're going to continue to lose, because that's what he is. He's
Can I be heard?
Joe, did I hear you get in here?
I finally got in. I don't
There
know
you
what
go.
happened. Every time something doesn't like me.
Yeah. Well, obviously something happened to me. I can't see shit on my end. I normally have a screen over here where I can watch the monitor and see what I look like. Do I look pretty or what? Now I've got a side view.
You look good from here.
No, not on my end, buddy. I got a side view of me just sitting there, and it doesn't look goody at all. Doesn't look pretty at all.
Well, don't worry about it. That's not what you look like, okay? If
That's
I
right.
could read Teach Peace, you're fine. Just keep doing it, okay?
I love my shirt. It's what we need right
I
now
love
in the
your
world, but it's so elusive. I don't see any end to this anytime soon, and this is still going to be continuing to be a heartbreaking story coming out.
Every day,
and it's going to do nothing but get worse. And
Well, and here's the thing, John. We can talk it to death. It doesn't change.
No, it doesn't change anything. It tears at the heart. The more you talk, the more... Travis came in the other day, and just the day before yesterday came in, and he had, the night before, had watched this special about Israel, the founding of it, and the history, right up to about 7 years ago, as he said, is when this documentary ended. And boy, howdy shit. It opened his eyes, and I'm glad he did that, to know both sides of this issue. Because if you just take this one incident and look at the heartbreak that Hamas brought across that border, the devastation, the cruel, the inhumane. But there's a big
There were
story
peace
here.
talks going on with the Abrams Accords going on, Saudi Arabia, United States, several, Qatar, Israel, several, and from what I understand, the Palestinian Authority was there too. They had a voice at the table, and I think every time that Israel sits down and tries to make peace with its neighbors in any freaking kind of way, we're going to get these disruptions because there's a certain fraction of the Arab world that does not want that to happen.
Yeah.
No.
What we got to do
They
to
don't-
make sure, as a human race, with empathy and understanding, we can't
I
let
agree with you.
we can't have a knee-jerk reaction. See, at the moment, what worries me is these innocent people who are not Hamas, these people trying to just get on with their lives in their own country, have no food, no medicine, they've got no electricity, no water, and this is affecting the children and the innocent who don't want to be involved in
Yeah.
this, they just want to live.
That's the heartbreaking
And
part.
unfortunately, what hurt the most was that the story that came out over here was that they were told in Gaza to get out within the next 24 hours
Right.
if you value your life. So people,
We're
apparently
talking about
Israel opened up,
1.1 million people.
yeah, Israel opened up a trail to get them out, apparently a safe way to get out of the Gaza. And
Didn't turn out to
lo
be
and
too
behold,
safe.
no, they got bombed and strafed.
Yeah. There were 3 convoys trying to go south, and it resulted in the death of 70 civilians in those convoys that were trying to go south. So, you know,
Who's the enemy here?
the inhumanity can be spread on both sides.
That's right.
I don't, you know, it's so hard to talk. Everybody I've talked to, this subject is so hard because you can understand some of Israel's plight, but
Yes. Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
any country would have a right.
no,
to
yes,
defend
anybody
it.
that this happened
Of
to,
course.
However,
look what we did after 9/11.
let's not say we did, okay?
Yeah,
because
don't go there.
we're
Don't go there.
we're
No.
still living
still
with the
living that.
remnants of that, and that's what this causes. Years and decades of living
Of
with the
more
remnant.
of the same
You are
thing.
going to breed a whole new generation of Palestinians that are going to hate Israel.
Yeah.
I can only think
Because
of one word.
as children, their land is being ripped out from underneath them. And you know,
Go after the criminals, not the people.
Yeah.
humanity behind the hate, the humanity lost behind the centuries long hatred is just, it's overwhelming. And if you feel anything besides overwhelmed by the whole entire situation, by Hamas going in there and murdering Israelis in their homes, and Israel's right to retaliate against Hamas, which is hiding underneath the feet of the Palestinian people. The humanity of it all is just
It does.
overwhelming. It's overwhelming.
It
It's-
is. It really shouldn't be our focus here, I don't think.
But when
other
you
than
see,
watching what's going
Sorry.
on, paying attention to who's involved, but what can we really do about it other than talk it to death?
Well, here
I think so.
with our policy, the way we are going to defend Israel no matter what. That's
No
where
matter
our
what.
that's where our cards lie right there.
We have people over there,
So-
and it
I
is
mean-
our policy. This is a worldwide event.
That's not
You
what I'm
got people
talking
taking.
about.
Okay,
I'm talking about as the Blue Dot Group.
I understand what you're talking about, but when we have people over there in that area on aircraft carriers and ships, and people who are also kidnapped, it's
We're going to
to
have
be
boots
our
on the ground. Do
policy
not think we're not.
because
There
the
are
thing that the Republicans are doing now is saying that all of this is Biden's fault.
that's their mantra right now. Everything is Biden's fault.
This is natural
The
for them
reason
to
we
say
don't have a
that.
Speaker of the House is Biden's
It's
fault.
Biden's fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what I'm getting at is what it comes down to is keeping an eye on who is saying what and voting for who we need to vote for. There's
We
nothing
do,
else we
and
can
I
do.
that-
and I
that is
do
Well, that's
appreciate your getting us refocused, because we do need to. I mean, look at what's happening in the House, and we could get nothing done because of the chaos
Well,
that's going on right
Exactly.
here in front our faces.
You know what's going on in the House now? I mean, don't expect it to go anywhere. I'm not going to get
No.
all giddy. But there are moderate Republicans talking to Democrats about we need to come together and get a speaker. And the only way
Yeah.
that can happen is if the Democrats agree to whoever they put up. And right now the name Hakeem
Hakeem
Jeffries
Jeffries.
is coming up a lot. And there
Well, that's a
are...
Well, because
Mine too.
because
wonder-
the Democrats are not going to agree to put up some right fascist right wing
Exactly.
candidate
Yeah.
And I
Say
don't
the
want
word.
in house. That's
Say the
simply
word.
not
Say the
going to
word.
happen.
Jim Jordan.
Crazy Eight. One of the
Yeah,
Crazy
Jim
Eights.
Jordan is not going to get it. I
And
really
they
don't
have
think the
got-
Republican Party is
they
that
have
stupid
got
to put
to
Jacket Off
change
Jordan up
the
there
rules.
as leader.
You're giving them too much credit, Don. You're giving them too much credit. They are capable of anything and everything as long as they keep power. They don't care about anything but power.
And they'll do
Yeah.
anything to make sure they get it, including hurt this country as much as they possibly can, which is what they're doing right now. Well, they're
Well,
running around in the
here's-
clown car over there talking about Steve Scalise. Really? The self-proclaimed David Duke of the Republican Party without the baggage? That guy? That's the best you got? Jim Jordan, Jacket Off Jordan, who hasn't done a damn thing since he's been in there except pound the desk and scream at Democrats. Anyway.
Well, that's the crazy eights trying to control shit again. And in the meantime, there's at least 109 of those treasonous assholes that didn't want to certify
Certify
the
election,
election.
baby. And Jim Jordan was
That
one of the
leaves
main
about
players there.
113 of maybe reasonable Republicans. But you know what those reasonable Republicans are going to have to do to pick a reasonable speaker? They're going to have to concede their seats because they won't get reelected.
Well, they're at an impasse then, aren't they?
They are.
They're going to have to make a decision. Your job or your country, one of
Did
the
you,
two.
how
Who
do you
did they
guys
put it-
feel about the fact that Trump is still charging and making money out of you guys? Because I found out the other day that he's charging you a Secret Service for, besides accommodation and
Did-
food that they consume, and any office space they use, he's charging them for airfares on
Did you
Trump.
expect anything
plane.
else out of him, Ozzy? Do you expect any kind of patriotic, I'll give to my country, they don't have to buy their lunch, I'll buy their lunch, their room is free, they're protecting me? Yeah, no.
What about the?
He's a
what about the plane
scumbag,
flight?
draft dodging liar, thief. I seen somebody pop in here a minute ago, Trump 2024. Fuck you. Fuck you and your traitorous ass, and take your fucking traitor fucking leader with you. Go pack it up somewhere, buddy. Jesus, get off my fucking channel. But yeah, that's who their leader is. A draft dodging coward liar who will cheat this country out of every dime he can get. He'll charge him whatever the fuck he can. That's him.
Airfares on the plane
Sure.
that they're protecting
Sure.
him. They are protecting him, and he's saying that they've got to buy a ticket. Fuck you. Go protect yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, it
That's
is.
like saying-
That's typical Trump. That is who he is. He did it while he was in office, charging the Secret Service for shit. Really? They're protecting your ass, and you're going to charge him for a fucking hot dog? You scumbag! I swear, I've never. I'm going to hold that thought. I've never. Thank Miss Scorp from Arizona, Miss Scorp AZ, Arizona, came in with a $10 donation and said, "I'm with Texas Paul. I throw my hands up. It's so heartbreaking." It is with every one of us. Texas Paul, Tennessee Brandon. There's a whole bunch of people out there trying to address this, and it's very difficult to. Because it's heartache on both sides. It doesn't fucking matter which side you're talking about. Ay, shit. What was I saying? What was I fixing to say right
Well,
before?
you're probably fixing it to blow your top, but I want to give Fanny Willis another
oh.
tap on the shoulder and say,
I forgot to
fantastic,
hit the
Fanny.
gong.
She
I'm sorry, Dave.
she
I forgot to hit the- Go ahead.
that's right. I've been gonged.
You've been gone before.
She paid out Jim Jordan and told him, and these are her words: "What you are doing is criminal, interfering with this case." She told him.
It is.
I
It's
loved
true.
it.
It's true.
She said, stick your nose out of this business and do what you're supposed to be doing, looking after the country,
Like I
not the
said,
fucking law.
what is his biggest thing before the speaker thing came through? He's in there holding meetings, committee meetings on the impeachment of Joe Biden. For what?
Yeah.
That would be the first question I would have on anybody's impeachment. Well, hey, he's getting impeachment? What for? Well, we don't know yet. Really?
We're just going fishing.
Yeah,
They're
we're
just
going
going
fishing.
fishing.
We'll find something. Don't worry. Well, I'll roll my sleeves up and I'll be at work all day long, looking under this and looking under that, smelling somebody's ass. That's who Jack It Off Jordan is. And he's got his nose so far stuck up Donnie's ass. Donnie's the one that recommended him for
But what
speaker.
about the judge?
Again.
What about the judge in the J6 case who thought to himself, hang on,
Judge
I can
Chutkin?
see Judge Cannon. Yeah, Judge Cannon is being an arsehole, and so listed their case before Cannon's case. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
What do you mean?
He listed, or Chutkin listed the case before Cannon's case, so as to get Donnie convicted or whatever before Cannon sets him free.
Oh, I don't know that.
Cannon is trying her best to give
She's
him a
trying
break
hard.
every which way she can. She's Donnie's pick. Hand-picked as he went out the door. Here you go, baby. I'm going to give you a judge. I might need you one day. Well, one day came. And the only thing I can figure is she's got some dirt on her is what I think. Why would a judge, judge, once he's out of office, he can't do anything. She's a judge. But
well,
no.
and the tentative courts, court dates are kind of set. Some of the court dates are already set. So, the Florida case really isn't set to, the target date to start is May 20th. Now that means they've done all their filings and their rebuttals and their back and forths, and they picked a jury and all that stuff. So it might be May 20th before they actually start the trial.
The Florida trial has been put on pause indefinitely because of what she did.
We got Cheese Bro and somebody else, Cindy Powell, coming up this month, right?
That's in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's in the
23rd.
Monday, the defendants are supposed to file their expert list and summary of testimonies. And I think they start picking some jurors maybe around the 20th of October for that. And should probably start.
If they can get jurors. Donnie's going to try to stick his hand in that as much as he can.
They have 900. They have a possibility of calling 900 people. They're going to start with 450 on October 20th. And they're supposed to appear in court and fill out their questionnaires and stuff. And then they'll start the pick process. And if they can't find it out of that, then they have another day to go through another 450. So, yeah.
Mitchy Chick, I reckon that they, because of Trump's dirty work and messing up the jury pool with these defamatory remarks, I think that the jurors should have a polygraph test before they are selected as being the definites. Not all of them. The final whatever, the last 50 people they're going to choose from, give them a polygraph.
I'm under the understanding that the judge is going to, he's got a lot of jurors that he's going to run through, and so they will be sending jury questionnaires out to the jury, the prospective jurors, to make the process go a little bit faster. There's like over 900 jurors that they hope to pick from this particular pool of. But yeah, this is going to be the first one. It's set to go on the 23rd. May take a little bit longer than that just to be able to see the jury. But yeah, he's ready to go. And so we're off to the races, y'all.
For Georgia.
I know. I see Tuberville on TV last night as well. He's saying, well, I'm not going to allow any promotions. They can stay in the jobs they've currently got. That's not a problem. But until things what do you say? Until things become, I can't think of the words you use, but he's standing his ground. He's not budging.
Until the
He's a
military
jerk.
agrees not to pay for female service members to travel to get health care. Tommy Tubbs shit, the Alabama senator from, oh, fucking hell. Are you shitting me? I swear, that's who, that's, they almost did it in where, Florida, with Herschel Walker, was it running? Was he running in, or Georgia, or wherever the freaking Herschel Walker was? Tommy Tubbs shit ain't known for nothing but being a football coach. He's the football coach for Alabama because, you know, he's got to be fucking good. No, he's a dipshit. He's a fucking asshole who thinks that the world, our military, has to bow down and kiss his ass and bless his God before anything can happen, because Tommy Tubbs shit is just such a Christian. Fuck Tommy Tubbs shit. Get your shit together, Alabama. Elect somebody with at least some experience in governing. Jesus, you got a football coach, really? A football player, really? That's who you got, Bobart? Bobart. I seen a sign. Somebody took a sign. I hope this sign is true because it damn sure didn't look fake. It was on a street in Colorado, and it was an advertisement, a campaign sign for Lauren Bobart, and it said, Lauren Bobart for Senate. She'll jerk you off.
Oh,
I loved it. Picture of her standing right there. There's Lauren. Lauren Bobart. She'll jerk you off.
She would never make it into
She'll
Senate,
come
John.
home,
I think
house
it was just
to
a
talk
joke.
about house to house. Canvassing, yes, she'll go out.
Well, Tubbs shit wasn't
I
too,
loved it. I saw it. I don't know if it's true or not. I hope it is. I hope it is.
Well,
She's
Tubbs
as much
gets,
as an embarrassment to Colorado as Marjorie Taylor Greene is to Georgia's 14th district. Really? That's who you have? Just ignorance at the top?
Sadly,
well,
I don't.
Tubbs shit doesn't have too good of footwork. He's not too good coming downstairs.
Who, Bobart? I mean,
No, he fell over, didn't he?
yeah, Tommy Tubbs
No,
shit. Yeah, Tommy
No.
Tubbs
Yeah,
shit he don't know how to walk down a flight of stairs, so, you know, getting off the
We
airplane
almost
is a
had
challenge for him.
He's not up
Well,
for
that's just a sign of.
Yeah.
It's a sign of the future, guys. It's a sign of the future. They're all going to come tumbling down.
It's a sign that there are people in this country that vote for representation, and people that not only represent them but represent our country, who are that ignorant as Tommy Tubbs shit, as Lauren Bobart or Marjorie Taylor Greene or a dozen others that we could list. It's they don't give a shit whether or not they're qualified. It looks good. You know, ooh, Bobart, she's gonna get him. Are you shitting
You know what
me?
scares me, John?
What?
You know what scares me? Our local rattlesnake hasn't been on TV for a while.
Michael Cloud?
No, Ted Cruz.
Oh, Ted Cruz. Oh, Ted Cruz. What? There was something about Ted Cruz. He's
He's
upset.
been pretty
He's
silent.
trying to
I mean,
lay low, but he
Yeah.
came out with a statement. I've seen something about him.
Trying to lay low.
I wouldn't.
who wrote
be
it
able to-
for him?
Yes,
Hiding
somebody.
under the rock.
See if I can scroll through here and see his picture on one of these little things here. I seen him say something. I
What?
just can't remember what it was. It's ignorance.
While you're doing that, I want to just say what doesn't help America either is that when you've got TV stations like Fox who said, these are the words, that Biden's job numbers are hurting the economy. And I thought to myself, what? And then they started to ravel on, right? Saying that the increased job numbers, if they're real,
If they're real.
put pressure on the employers, which means profits go down, which means prices go up. So
Then why are
employing
they
people's
advertising?
bad.
There's
Employing
jobs.
people's bad. My God, are they going to find any angle they can to attack
Anything.
Biden's work?
Yeah, the weather's
And
Biden's fault.
Well.
There's so many advertisements. They're looking for people to work, you know, and there's a big.
Yeah. What was it? 328 million? He gained the last time, I think it was. Hey, let me send out a quick thank you to Keith Thompson, Hoorah Marine. Came in with a $5 donation and said the top heads are making billions, living it up. The rest of us scrape for food. It's a worldwide issue. Keith, it is, brother. It is. Poor, hungry, and needing a job. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Joe. Go ahead.
No. Like
336,000.
like you said, the thing is, there's jobs everywhere that to be had. There's a shortage of nurses. There's a shortage of manual labor, especially in Florida. There's
Manual labor for what?
people looking for work, and
Yeah,
also
but there's a
infrastructure.
shortage. There's a shortage of migrants who usually, pick crops. Yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah, or use a shovel that the other people don't want to dig.
Yeah.
So who uses the shovels? Or the people that come across the border with their drugs. They're the ones doing the
people that
hard
know how to
labor.
work. There's people who know how to work, and I've had this experience back in the day, back in the late 70s, early 80s. I was picking onions. You go out there in the field and I was loading trucks, and guess who showed me how to do it the easy way? A migrant. A migrant showed me, hey, you don't use your muscles, you give it a jerk, and then guide it up on top of the truck. And once I learned that, I could work all day without
Things
getting
got
tired.
a little easier.
Yes.
Are we talking about Bobert again?
She's handy, I hear. She's handy. That's
She's good jerking, I believe
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right, guys.
What do you think about the fact
funny.
that Mr. Kennedy's running as an independent? I mean, Fox really paid him out. Fox made him look like an idiot.
Nobody really cares.
That's turned on
Yeah.
him. No, I think he's going to take votes away from Trump, though. That's their worry.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah.
It's a free country. Let him run.
Yes.
If you're listening to
But
that
will he
bullshit,
hurt Biden? Will he hurt Biden's numbers, though, or votes?
he
if
can
he
pull
runs?
people from both sides because there's people that can be fooled all the time. Isn't that the saying? You fool some of the people all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are people that will vote for him. I don't know. It's visuals, I guess. His name, recognition, whatever it is. So he'll get a certain portion of the vote from probably both sides.
We wonder over here, what man has ever, in any country, any time of the world, has stood up for months and months and bagged a judge, a prosecutor, the whole legal system that he's facing. What confidence does he have? Does he have some confidence? He thinks, I can say what I want and they're not going to put me in jail? I think he knows that they won't put him in jail. I think he knows he'll get the worst.
Ain't it working for him? You see him in jail?
So far.
So far, it seems to be working for him. He can do and say whatever he wants out there. No repercussions for it. He's gone back.
Why? Because of his army.
Yeah. Because of his
army.
maggot crowd. Those that still hold
He's
on
actually
to this
attacking.
bitch.
He's attacking your country. He's actually attacking your country and your legal system with an illegal army.
He's been doing that ever since he came on the scene. Ever since he came on the scene, he has tried to divide this country. That's what he does. Divide and conquer, baby. That's what it's all about. Come on. Throughout history, all he has to do is divide this country in a way that benefits him. And with our electoral system, the way it is, it's not that difficult to do. So every election, we're hanging by a thread, baby, on which way this country's going to go. And yeah, it could fall into his hands again. And then the question becomes, what do we do? I'm coming to your house, Dave.
Well, I think he's delusional.
That's a joke.
He
I'll
actually
stand
thinks
right
he's.
here and keep using my voice if that man came in, and I'd cuss even more.
But I think he's convinced. He's convinced within his own mind he's going to win in 2024. That's what I think. He's so sick in his head. He thinks it's done. He's got so many people behind him.
I point to the fact that if he is the nominee, he is going to win. Doesn't matter about the vote. Y'all going to count votes. We're not talking about that. We're talking about winning and losing.
Right.
And in Donnie's mind, he won. And if he didn't win, it's because you cheated. And that's going to play the whole damn record again. And then what? What you going to do when you can't turn back for the bridges you burned and they can't wait to kick you in the butt? Then what? What are we going to do?
Appeasement gives power, and
It
you've got
does.
to stop appeasing this guy.
He
what's
should
happening
already
is-
be in jail. He should be in several jails already. But he's not. And that's a problem. Because it does test our judicial system.
It's not that it's not that he's not, because they ain't doing nothing about it. Our judicial system takes its fucking time dragging its ass along the way. That's the problem. It's a slow process.
The goal, it seems, is to get us close to the next election when all of this is going to hit the fan. And it is going to disrupt the election. It's going to throw it into chaos.
It is Cannon's goal, but let's not forget we have a trial date also set in March, and I don't think that Judge Chutkin is going to postpone her trial for Donald Trump's fucking
I like
ass.
my Judge Chutkin fan club. I like
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I was amazed that his lawyers filed a motion to say that, and it was only last week they filed this motion, and it's the third time they filed it, to get this case moved to after the election because it's going to interfere with his campaigning. Well, the judge come back and said, well, what's more important, the law or an election campaign?
The
At
law.
this point,
Which
all
is
the
true.
trials are going to interrupt any campaign.
Yeah, that's going to be
Yes,
their
yeah,
standard line. They can't do this because we're right in the middle of an election season and it's not fair to me. Bullshit.
Well, don't elect a criminal, then you won't have this problem.
There you go.
Don't do criminal.
Don't let a criminal in your house and we wouldn't have this problem. But they did,
Well,
and they won't let him out.
Then we seriously need to clean our house because it's full of criminals.
It is.
On both sides.
On both sides, as we can see with Menendez. Little gold bar here, little gold bar there. It's just politics. Come on, man. You know, it's disgusting. That's how come he has to be taken care of because we can't point the finger over there if we got that shit in our house. And there it is. And yet he's going to hold on, baby. Prove it. Just like before. It was a hung jury before. He wasn't acquitted.
No,
they didn't have a jury that was.
Mary G in the chat in YouTube, she just said Trump may be disqualified. Colorado is suing. And let's not forget, Colorado is one of 3 states that is currently suing to keep his ass off the ballot. And that may take effect. There are lots and lots of things that are going on out there. And of course, you know, even if Colorado does win, they're gonna take that to the Supreme Court, as well as he has a right to do that.
Yeah.
But I do not think that the Supreme Court at this point is going to look at Trump and say, yeah, we're going to let him back in, because then he could just, you know, being the authoritarian that he is, just say, yeah, we don't need a Supreme Court. And they'd be out of jobs. They'll do that.
Tell me he wouldn't be wanting to do that.
Their whole thing is self-preservation, no matter what, you know.
Tony Boyd, are you in the room?
I am not a crook.
I am not a crook. I am not a crook.
Your name's not Richard either.
Yeah.
No, my name's not Richard.
How you doing, bud?
Dick.
Doing all right, Tony?
I'm doing all right. Huh?
Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. You know how you get old, you got a little gas.
Yeah. If I could just get it in my truck, I'd be fine. Doesn't work that way.
Pipe, John.
It's
Oh,
the
my
pipe down
God. Oh, you think that's funny, right? Let me tell you something, guys, that's funny. Okay?
What? We need funny right
Friday,
now.
Listen. Thursday. Yeah. Was it Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday. I took my other truck down my son's house, right?
Right.
My Trailblazer, my 04 Trailblazer. We're going to put in brand new headlights, new grill and everything, new temperature sensor and all this.
All
and
that
windshield
would make it
wiper thing
nice.
on the back, right?
There you go.
I get down there and he's 45. He's going to tell me how to take the grill out of the truck. And I looked at him, I said, Jared, I took the grill out of this damn truck 5 times in the last 10 years. No, Dad, we got to unbolt all this shit. So I'm sitting there in his garage on a stool looking at him. So he gets to down there, he said, I can't get out. I said, no shit, it just clips out. I said, it's got 11 clips. So we pull the old grill out, right? So we had to put the new grill strip with the Chevy badge on it, because my Chevy badge came off in the car wash on the old one.
Oh hell.
So I
Oops.
bought a new Chevy badge and all that. So we bolted all that shit on, right?
Yeah.
And got the old headlights out. We found the temperature sensor up underneath the rim of the front grill, you know, behind on the metal part. Put a new temperature sensor in it. And he said, "You can put them goddamn headlights in this fucking thing." I said, "Well," he says, "It's already got headlights in." I said, "Yeah, but they'll burn out. I'm gonna take the ones I got and take them out and put them in." So I'm doing that on his workbench, right? We get all that shit back together and everything. It looked pretty. Took pictures of it, shit.
Right.
Went around to the back and put the windshield wiper arm, new arm, and all that I broke off this past winter and shit. Here's done got dark, right? So we gotta, I said, maybe we gotta aim these fucking headlights. So we turned the truck around, back to back in his garage, put his door down, he's cranking, and said, "Oh, that looks normal. Okay, yeah, and all this. By now, it's almost 10 o'clock. Okay."
You need lights.
I said, "Well, okay." He said, "You drive and let me know." I said, "Okay." So I pulled out his garage and went down the alley, and the fucking headlights are shooting at the squirrels.
Ah,
Now that's funny,
well,
ain't it?
did you get any?
No.
Well, yeah.
I said to myself, "What the fuck? I can't even see the fucking road." So I
Them
come
trees
back
sure
around
look
and-
pretty though.
No shit. So I called him on the phone. I said, "Jared," I said, "come out the house." I said, "Them headlights are shooting at the sky." So we're out front and he's trying to lower him. He's getting frustrated. See, when he gets frustrated, he does shit too fast. And we worked on that motherfucker for another 15, 20 minutes. He looked at me. He said, "Dad," he said, "we'll check it out some other day." I said, "Yep." He said, "They won't come down." I said, "Well, Jared, it said turn clockwise to lower them, turn clockwise to raise them." Well, that's what I was doing. I didn't want to argue with him. I said, "Don't worry about it." I drove that motherfucker home, and I'm looking at, I know people thought I was nuts. Some motherfuckers are bright, too. I'm shooting at the fucking sky. Luckily, we got enough street lights in this town where I had to worry about somebody running out in front of me and shit. I pulled that subbitch up home out back, and my house just glowed on the back. See,
Boy, had a shit.
so that's funny, okay?
And fun, huh?
Yeah, shooting at the sky. I called Paulette. I said, "Paulette, what?" I said, "I'm driving down the street and I can see all the goddamn birds and shit in the trees."
Neighbors think I'm peeping.
Oh, shit.
It's like the
You weren't driving in the sky.
No shit.
Let me
That's
see.
funny,
Where'd
man.
Uncle Fatty go? I thought where's Fatty?
Uh,
Oh, he was there. I thought. I'm
You know
seeing
what
things.
was
I
funny?
guess I'm seeing
Did
things.
you see? Did you see
Uncle
the Florida
Fatty,
rally where Trump said that he was better than Capone? Did you see that? That Trump
No.
he said Al Capone, he's one indictment, one conviction. I've got 4.
Yeah.
Who's better?
Who's better?
You know?
Yeah.
Lord.
He's
Uncle
comparing
I
Fatty
himself
don't
to.
know. I got tickled when they showed the clip of him talking about his microphone at his speech
Yeah, well,
rally when he's going on and on about his microphone.
Oh,
Anyway,
geez.
Uncle Fatty, are you with us?
He with the most felony wins.
Yeah, yes. He with the most felonies wins.
Yeah.
Step
Yep,
right up
yep.
to the Republican Party. Anyway, brother, how are you?
Doing well, guys.
Good.
Doing well. Good to
Good.
hear all you guys. Speaking of that, all this money that Donald's making.
Oh, maybe.
Get you turned off there. There we go. All
Making
this money,
hand over foot, I understand.
you know, Dave was talking about 100 and, what are they saying, 1.4 million just on Secret Service alone for rooms in the past 4 years. Well, while he was in office, there's probably closer to about, they're saying 6 million in missing receipts. He's got the prosecutor lady that's the accountant lady, you know, up his ass the whole time now. So they're finding all kinds of stuff that it's going to be so deep. I can't wait to see him lose everything.
Piece by piece, brother.
Well,
And-
I'm hoping he does too, guys. I'm hoping that this judge exposes how unwealthy he is,
Yeah.
how he lives on credit.
He lives on
The whole
bullshit.
world is credit.
Everything that the maggots believe came out of his mouth. He's bragging to them, and they eat it up. They believe every word of it. Every working man contractor that ever worked for Donald Trump, that company had to take his ass to court to get paid because he tried to screw over every freaking working man that ever worked for his ass. Make me pay. That's what his mantra was. Make me pay. You say I owe you money. Do I really? That's the scumbag he is. That's the game he has always played.
You know,
You
there's
know,
one
if
thing.
you ever cut his head off, you'll have to wait for 9 days before he dies. You know that, don't you? Because a cockroach can live without their head for 9 days.
Yeah, well, that's probably what it is. You know,
And you know what else is
gee,
fantastic?
test that theory.
You know what else is fantastic?
Huh.
A pig. A pig. You know that
I
their
have more
orgasm
respect
lasts
for
for
a
half.
pig than I do Trump.
Their orgasm lasts for half an hour. There you go, guys.
Well, thanks
Yeah.
for that.
Take that one. And, yeah. Well, if anyone ever calls you a pig in the future, say, okay, thank you. But yeah, they're two scientific facts. Cockroach, 9 days without a head, not a worry. And yeah, a pig. They're all facts. Carry on.
Carry on.
Carry on.
John,
Yes,
John,
dear. Yes, dear.
I have some housekeeping chores for you to do.
Would you please go ahead?
We have a YouTube's person in the YouTube that is saying, her name is Jennifer G. She said that she sent in a super chat. She got a receipt for it, but it didn't show up here. So I'm not sure how that went through, but you might want to check your PayPal. I know sometimes they go through there.
I just checked to see if
Look
I
for
got
the
an
name.
email, because I saw that message go by, and I thought that's
Right.
when I grabbed my iPad and I went to my email. Normally I would get a notice, and the only way I can get into my PayPal is if I go in there and get my phone. I don't think I can get to it here. Let me check.
Okay, so
Where's PayPal?
Hey, Dave.
Yo.
What happened with that vote that went on down there last week? With
This
the
week?
Didn't
was
go
it?
well.
Yeah, with the last week.
Don't
Was it,
know.
where they
Well,
voted?
it did.
Right.
It went well. The result was, I think, what the Aboriginal people wanted was a no, meaning that this current referendum they're talking about doesn't go far enough, and number two, it doesn't mean the constitution gets changed. And I think what the people want, they want constitutional changes to affect these legislations to help the Indigenous community have a more controlling voice within the country. But certainly, yes sounds good, and no always sounds bad. But in this case, no was the right thing to do. So the no vote won by a large margin.
That's what I'm seeing. Forbes is spinning the shit out of it on their side with the anti, message. But it
Right.
seems like it was a good thing that it was not.
Oh yes,
implemented right
it's
now,
pro.
right?
It is pro-indigenous. It's anti-racist. It's all the right things because they weren't addressed with the current question on offer. And as I said to you, the current question on offer could be changed at any time, but it wasn't a constitutional change. It was just a legislation. As we all know, legislation can be pulled any time that the government wants to. It's not written in stone.
Let me take a minute real quick to give out some thanks. I want to thank Blue Dot Greeter, who came in with $5. Mark, thank you very much. Mark Perkins, thank you. Trump is a treasonous traitor who cannot be trusted to tell the truth ever. Ever. He's a lying sack of shit from the word go. And Fontradoff came in with a $2 donation and said, did you see Trump praising Hannibal Lecter? I'm sure he did for his fine culinary experience.
Yes, he did.
And I want to thank Jennifer Jean. I don't know, baby, what happened. I didn't see it in there, but I thank you. Nonetheless, baby, we'll find out what happened to it. I'm sure it didn't go too far. But,
there's no country in the world is going to share any intelligence if Donnie was president. They will not share it with any part of Donnie. And no countries are going to want to deal with him. So I don't know how America would move forward unless they just deal with Russia and North Korea. Because who's going to give any information to Donald Trump?
There's a lot of countries out there already who know that if Donnie gets his hands on information, what he does with it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, you're saying the right thing.
And there's, some people that should know. There's a lot of people that don't have Five Eyes or top security clearance. to that got
Secret
access
Service
to
part.
this shit. You know, this case down here in Florida, Cannon's gonna do what she's gonna do. She may delay this trial indefinitely. She may be able to pull that off. But there are so many other things that are going on that's going to rip new ass in this idiot. and I'm excited to see that.
No, a
I
guy
was
made a,
also pleased to. Go on.
a guy made a point to me last night that we got to think about something totally different that's not really part of any type of media that nobody's talking about. Is he's got Secret Service with him that's been with him for the past 6 years.
Right.
You don't think the guys that are with him aren't loyal? You know?
You know, we saw some of them that
You know,
were
and-
on January.
You know, and these are the guys that, you know, he's paying himself for hotel rooms, paying himself for eating expenses, running enrichments and emoluments clause violations every single day. And you don't think that maybe they're talking behind the scenes about the fact that they can't really jail him because there's nowhere to put him without Secret Service help 24/7. And of course, Secret Service is going to talk back and forth to each other from one state to another and one detail to another. And I hadn't thought about it that way, you know, but this morning I really kind of thought all day long about that. There is definitely some, he knows. Like you said, Dave, he's
I'm not
pushing
sure
for-
if the Secret
hard-
Service
hard-
agents assigned to him are on a I think they're on a rotation. I don't think
on
the
a
agents
rotated
stay with
detail,
him
right?
forever. I think there's a rotation in and out.
I mean, guys like Walter now guys like Stephen Miller. How is Stephen Miller not being charged? How is Mike Pillow not being charged for being inside the Oval Office talking about?
How's Jacking Off Jordan not being charged?
Yes.
Was he not in the same group of guys you're just talking about? Yes, he was.
400 and some odd days late for a congressional subpoena.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, it's really the double standards are just unbelievably obvious to the whole world. We look at it as like a realistic TV program. What do you call them? A reality show where
reality TV
the
show.
Kardashians.
That's what the
you see-
Republicans treat it as. They think all
we
this.
we scream at the TV. We scream at the TV saying, "Don't go behind there. Don't look under there.
And
He's
we
under
do.
the bed."
And
And you do.
We
Yeah.
go look.
It's like a trucker pulling a triple long trailer, and you got 4 squeaky wheels, but which one gets the grease?
Yeah.
The loudest one. And right now, the Democratic Party just unfortunately is not the loudest, saying, "Hey, we got to hold these sons of bitches accountable. You are not going to lie to us. We are not going to take it." And
I would agree that the Democratic Party needs to go more on the offense here, because we have prime target. I mean, Jesus, the whole Republican party over there in the House is a clown car. They can't elect they can't even agree amongst themselves to have a reasonable candidate come forward. At some point we should be taking pot shots at that shit every day.
Yes.
Let me
Yes.
thank Keith Thompson, who came in with $2 and said, "MAGA, make attorneys get attorneys. GOP job profile." Seems to be working if they could just get paid for that shit. That's the problem.
Where's the minority speaker? Where's Chuck Schumer? Where's our leadership?
That's exactly where we should be. And
Like you said
I don't think it's going to happen, but there was an article that talked about some moderate Republicans. At this point, if the Republicans cannot come up with somebody, they would be willing to vote for Hakeem Jeffries as Speaker. That would be history, baby. And
That would send a message.
That would send a straight message to the Republican Party. Get your shit together. We're tired of the clown car. Get rid of Trump, Bobart, Green, the rest of the idiots. The ones, the bunch of noisemakers that don't do shit except out there making a name for themselves. Matt Gaetz,
but
really?
You're talking about them like they're a cohesive group, and they're not.
They're
They're
not.
split into 3.
Yeah, even amongst
Yes.
the 8, they're not all together.
They're not
Well, they're-
split, Mitchy Chick. They're fragmented.
Well, call it what you will. It's pretty much the Freedom Doohickeys or the Magic 8 Balls,
Yeah,
whatever
they-
you want.
Freedom
And
Caucus,
Magic
they love that
the
name.
crazy.
Freedom?
MAGA,
Really? I don't think so.
Crazy, eh?
idiots. There's your average what we used to call Republican. There's three of
The
them, and
people
they're
that we
all
used to be able to talk to without thinking that they're stupid. Because now, if every
Sort
time
of,
if you
yeah.
if I know you're a Republican, my first thought is you're ignorant. Okay, let me hear what you got to say. But my first thought is you're stupid. Why would you belong to a party like that at this time?
Yeah.
A party
Well,
that
the
has been
litmus
drugged
test,
through the freaking sewer.
the bar is getting really low. The bar is so
It
low
is.
when finishing a complete sentence is seen as an amazing thing nowadays.
You know what pisses me off is you've got these big companies like the CNN and the MSNBCs and the ABCs and NBCs. I was watching a little bit of a Fox clip, and this woman, her name eludes me, but she always brings the panel down with facts, meaning, this is bullshit. Biden did this, and Trump did this, and she's. Yeah, I think that's the lady. She said they were talking about the Iran helping out Hamas and all that, and they were talking about blaming Biden and giving money. And she said, "Hang on," and she cleared them up on the fact that it wasn't American money; it was their money, and it was being used for humanitarian aid and all that sort of crap. And then they said, this Iran deal with the nuclear, they've got their nuclear armed now thanks to Biden. And she said, "Hang on."
Yeah.
Don't go there, because she explained to them the whole story, how Trump got in there and destroyed Obama's deal that kept them away from nukes. They couldn't have nukes, and Trump put the world in danger by killing that deal.
Did.
And this is what we
That
got
was
where
one
we
of the
are
big
now, is because of
accomplishments
Trump.
Donnie bragged about when he went in. Killing the Iran
And
deal.
Judge Benin's jaw hit the bottom of the floor, and Brian Kilmeade's sitting there cross-eyed going, "Oh
Yep.
shit, we're busted."
Yep. They don't like being told the truth. And
Yeah,
especially, and you know what? They didn't fight back at her. They didn't fight back
because
they
it's the
knew she was
truth.
telling the truth.
It's the truth.
But that's a 10-second segment out of billions of seconds a day that people are being
But I
forced
don't
to.
see that NBC and CNN didn't mention, hang on, Trump killed Obama's deal that he had with Iran. None of those stations I've heard that from. But I heard it from this one woman at Fox. But fucking CNN and NBC, they've got something to answer for, because they are telling you some of the facts, but not all the facts. They are playing,
Well,
they're
isn't
sitting
that
on
the
the
news
fence.
business nowadays? Give the
Well, they're
facts
right
that
if Trump
benefit
gets in
your
the power.
side or whatever the fuck.
Trump gets in the power, they could lose their station. So what are they going to do?
They could lose their lives.
Trump will hurt a lot of people if he gets in power. People will die. People, not just necessarily in America, there'll be more war.
Absolutely.
He wants a war. He wants to be a war
There are
president.
those, yes, that are all,
Well,
war is good for
the,
business, what we was talking about the other day.
Crypto nationalists are on top of this. The crypto nationalists are 100% all in on Project 2025. If this isn't the scariest freaking thing that humanity itself has faced ever, beyond anybody of these other wannabe world leader, whatever douchebags, this is something where these guys are they're putting
Actively
it into place right
in this
now.
country working for it. And indeed, if you have not checked out, go Google it, Wikipedia, Project 2025, and
It's
take a
900
look at what the
pages.
Republican Party, the Heritage
Every
Camp,
page.
has in mind. The only thing
It's
missing are the
scary.
words re-education camp, but I think it's coming. In their book, hell yes. That's what they're, I don't know, this whole business of them trying to recruit people right now to be part of the new, what, government? I don't think so. That's when we start moving from democracy to something else. Is that 2025 shit?
Kind of right in between that 100% Tony Michaels just absolute fuck 'em, and these are our neighbors that we love, And
They're mine.
I
don't know about loving them.
what a line!
I try
that
hard.
all of-
I try hard. Hey, speaking about something, I totally messed up here at the beginning of the show because I had mail. Ran out there to go get mail. Came back here, started the show. My picture froze and lost my mind. I got my Funny Times magazine, newspaper. I assume you can see it up there. I can't see shit. This is from Alan Roberts. Did I say Roberts? Yeah, Alan Roberts. I had it right. He sends this to me. I got it from Pauline Hallbeck for years. It is a funny magazine. It is full of stuff that is just hilarious, and you'll learn some shit too. Why is there a warning coming up on my screen now? Jesus, I don't know what it says.
Well, have you fixed your screen yet?
No, it's still froze. I can't see shit. All of a sudden, I got Adobe up on my main screen here in front of me. What the hell is that? I don't need Adobe.
Try turning your screen on and off, John. Just turn the power of that screen off and on. Maybe it's within the TV
John?
unit itself.
Yes, dear.
Don't push any buttons. We can still see you.
Okay. I'm tempted.
Jessica Tarlov.
I'm tempted.
Jessica Tarlov.
Just tell me, just for kicks, what do you see right now?
I see your face, your hat, your
Yeah.
teach piece. I see the front of
That's
you. I
it?
see you talking.
On
I
YouTube.
see Aaron Trump.
There it is. There it is. I hit a button there and it works. So I know that works.
Yes.
So there's Aaron Trombley, running in Moru, New York. Shit. Look at there. Thank you,
Run,
Dave
Aaron,
Coon.
run.
Come back here and get my mind back. Dave helped me out here. Dave Coon came in with a $5 donation. Dave, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate every time y'all donate to this show, and believe me, it is put to good use, baby. I appreciate it tremendously. Aaron. Anyway, where were we? Oh, that's right. Saving the world. Are we done?
Hey, Bernie, I'm
Well,
seeing
no.
here
No.
that something happened on Friday with the amazingly young and beautiful gals down in Georgia. Rudy's facing more charges. It looks like
Oh, he
here.
got,
Yes.
he got more
Well,
charges.
Rudy probably should have followed court orders.
Oh, yeah,
I think
no.
Rudy, I think it's beyond the possibility. Rudy should have been trying to strike a deal a long time ago. Hey, let me thank Michael Johnson, KY, who came in the room with a $2 donation and said, I've been listening, fixing supper. Fuck Trump, fuck Abbott, fuck Santa. Did you bring enough? Did you cook enough for everybody, buddy? I mean, come on. Come in here bragging about cooking, and we're all sitting here hungry. Pass, buddy. Michael Johnson, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you. We're still trying to put together an idea for another Blue Dot family meetup, so we need to. I'll be trying to put something out that we can start narrowing down. I know KY wants us to come to Kansas City, eat some barbecue. I think. I don't know.
There's a song there, John.
What?
Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come.
Kansas City. Yeah.
City, here
Yeah.
I come.
I think I heard a song like that. We can't sing it all because then they kick me off the air. The shit. Especially when I feel like singing sometimes. But they won't let me. Anyway. What other rats are worth killing?
I got something to tell you.
What's that,
Did
Tony?
you see the video on Marjorie Taylor Greene teaching the Christian women in this college or something about the Bible and the God and the devil and the
Really?
woman and all that?
Rudy.
At the Young Women's
That's-
Leadership Conference.
Yeah.
The Young Women's Leadership Conference. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
What a fine example of leadership there. I'm embarrassed for him.
Yeah, I don't know how
I
that
feel
woman
bad for
survives.
everybody that went to that thing. That you were exposed to that much ignorance. You came out stupider than when you went in. I guarantee you. You know,
The kids in the audience were looking at her cross-eyed like, what is this lady talking about?
it's like Donnie. She'd probably pause halfway and start talking about the microphone. You know,
Well,
Who
no,
tells
she's
them?
more
Who
devious.
tells them that because they've got this congressmanship or whatever it may be, who tells them they're all of a sudden experts on everything? She couldn't lecture anyone about dog catching. She is not an educated woman. I don't know how the fuck people can respect her after what she's done and said. I don't know how they want to even listen to her. But there you go.
It's
Any
beyond
publicity-
me.
America,
It's beyond me. Her,
America is.
all of them. The whole. I
Yeah.
wish I need to make a list because I forget. The easy ones are always to remember: Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz. And right then I start losing my list. But I can make a list. I need to make a list because there's a bunch of them that you're
It's the
embarrassed for the
representative.
district that voted them in.
That's the district's fault. It's not
It's
the
the
nation's
district,
fault.
yeah.
They're not senators. You know,
Yeah,
that's
they're
the district's fault, and the
they're
only one they have
Democrat
to narrate to is to
congressman in Georgia.
their
So please explain to me how Georgia's 14th district voted that in. Well, I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how. Because she rode around all over the place with a big old rifle, an AR, and shooting up signs and stuff like that. I'm a red-blooded American. Boom, 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 boom. Same way Lauren Boebert did. So you throw a gun out there, and boy, howdy shit, them Republicans will come out of the fucking woodwork. Oh, I like guns too. I'll vote for her. You're a dumbass. There's more on the fucking ballot than your gun. It's a whole lot more on the ballot for all of us. But no, that's how those two got in. You go back and look at the commercials that got them elected. Most of them were sitting there blowing up targets of something democratic. That's how they got in. Because ignorance thrives in certain locations in our country.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, see there, Glenda Betts, blue in Iowa, baby. There's blue in every state. That's what kills me. We have red states and blue states when we look at the map, the electoral map. But in every state, we're all there. Every one of us are represented in every state. But, some states live up to their red reputation. Others are just barely there.
Well, to the victory goes the spoils, right? And
Doesn't
to the
it?
spoils goes the guy that gets to write the lines around the gerrymandered districts to where they can actually stay in power and lose the popular vote for the past 26 years.
Welcome to Texas. That's how we got red, with gerrymandering. Republicans got their foot in the door with George Bush, and Lord have mercy, they gerrymandered the shit out of it to make sure they were going to stay in power forever. Sure.
May I ask what is happening with these? And I feel bad I haven't kept up with it. The couple of states that the courts have said, no, your gerrymandering lines are wrong and bad and illegal, and they said get fucked.
I think it was
What's
Alabama.
happening there?
I want to say Alabama, but it could be Mississippi. I can't. I'm going to get confused. Somebody correct me in the chat there. Yes, the Supreme, they had no black districts. So the Supreme Court said, no, you got to have 2 black districts. And state said, no, fuck you, we're only going to give you 1. And the court came back and said, no, you're going to get 2. So yeah, even in the face of a very right-wing court, mind you, this is not a liberal court that said this. This was an extremely conservative court and I think it was Alabama. Okay, thank you, liberal Linda. It's Alabama, who just was adamant they did not want a black district, because, those people.
Rather send it to the Supreme Court, who's already been paid off by the same people that paid them off.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple other states that are also fighting a few districting issues too.
Who?
I think there's a few other states that are fighting some districting issues also.
Yeah, there's more than one. There is more than one. I do recall reading an article that was 3 or 4 states that had issues before the courts.
I think Wisconsin maybe, and maybe even South Carolina, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where it is or what side of the aisle it's on. That should be an insult to every American, because it is exactly the politician picking the voters, not the voters picking the politician, which is what our democracy is built upon. That our voice matters. You think my voice matters? I keep voting. Michael Cloud keeps getting reelected. Who's that jackass? He's one of them teabaggers. One of them Freedom Caucus, one of the 8. That's my congressman. What a charm. Yeah. Because they gerrymandered the shit. If it was back to the old way and this was a democratic city and the whole district was, because it was a coastal area. Now mine goes halfway up to Austin, man. Yeah, there's some rancher up there halfway up in the middle of Texas, ain't got jack shit to do down here on the coast. Different area. But hey, we're all Texans, so, it's cool. It's good. No, it ain't. That's what's wrong with so many states, is that they are gerrymandered. It's the politician picking the voter, and that should disgust every American. It really should.
You guys have got some spots down there too, where you're so far away from the state capital Idaho is the worst, and I'm telling you guys, it's the worst. The Panhandle. As soon as you start coming up the Panhandle, nobody knows what's going on in Boise. We get all of our local news from Spokane, Washington. Right?
Yeah, every
So we
time,
don't get-
you know, when Dave, are you in Idaho? Remind me. Uncle
No, I'm
Fatty,
in
I'm
Australia,
sorry.
mate.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep, North Idaho. Yep.
Okay.
So basically,
Here's my problem:
you know,
is I have read so
Washington.
many news articles and so many stories about white nationalist camps up in northern Idaho.
And you guys remember the old days where
Yeah.
it hit the national news every single summer when we had 1,000
Yep.
boot-licking Nazis march down our downtown.
Yes,
and
I
party
remember
it
that. So I have
every year.
you know, and again, there you are, a blue dot in that shit.
You know, and there's a lot of us. There's, you know, this was a very, very purple town, and always really has been, just uncultured. You know, we're 20 years, we're 15, we're
is
10
pink.
years behind the times. Now that we've got this big influx and we've become a tourist-based economy, and we're getting, I could hire 54 carpenters, 54 electricians, 54 HVAC guys. The housing market is so depleted for labor up here. The same house that I was building in 2004, 2005, before the crash, $99,000 package. Okay, it's a little piece of land, track home, you know, decent little
What
starter
tells
home.
me you can't touch it for that now?
289.
Yeah.
You know, and the inflation has not affected anything but a little bit of the material cost, and the land cost has doubled,
No, it's the
and the
greed
square footage
cost.
cost has doubled. And
It's
the corporate
everybody's
greed.
going to get their share. You know, no matter what we're talking about, where we're talking about home prices, renting, groceries,
Sure.
gas, or whatever the fuck it is, this is killing us down here. I can't imagine. Thank goodness I own my home. I don't own it. I'm still paying on it. But you know, there's
no
a lot of
first-time
people
home buyer
can't touch a
market anymore.
fucking home nowadays. They
No,
have to rent.
two-person income with a couple of kids, you're not going to qualify for a
No.
mortgage.
No.
Not
How
even
much
close.
deposit do you need in America for a home? If you're buying, say, a new spec home, 250 grand, how much deposit do you need to get a bank loan in there in America?
15% down is pretty much kind of a common where we're at up here right now. 15 to 20% down.
Okay, yep.
And
Yeah,
with
about the same,
assets,
Nobody's
yeah.
got that kind of money. Not
and
a
asset
working man
equity, you know,
who's
so
doing his
asset
best.
comes in.
Working woman.
Yeah, young kids don't have assets
No.
to loan against, and mom and dad are already on a mortgage. They can't double up on anything like that right now.
You
And
know,
you got BlackRock. and
you know what
everybody
the
else buying
sad
all
thing
the
is?
houses.
You know what my saving grace in my head? I'm talking about just John here. It's the fact that I do have life insurance, and that's my kid's only fucking hope. Is that I die. Isn't that a kick in the fucking ass?
Yes, that's the worst thing.
It's every one of it. If you're lucky enough to have life insurance, and the only reason I do is because of my federal retirement. I get it cheaper because the federal government gets it. The same thing that we should all be able to get. I get a better deal on it because of my federal retirement. So yeah.
And now you try to talk to kids about going into the ROTC and doing any type of college training through military, and they're just so put off from all the rhetoric from the past 8-10 years as they were growing up as adolescents. The last thing they want to do is get involved with all this shit that their parents have been talking about on TV.
Yeah, and it's getting worse. So recruitment is down. I'm sure. Let me thank Dave Coon, who came in with another $2 and said, trying to help, brother. Dave, it does. And at the end of our show, you'll see a lot of names that go by. It's a lot of those people that give $1 a month. I am so thankful for. Don't ever think that $2 doesn't make a big deal to me, because it does, brother. It does. Thank you.
Hey,
Dave.
John.
Hi.
You got Dave, CEO, down in the audience. He had his hand up for a while.
Oh shit! I swear I'm gonna get glasses one of
We
these days.
got
Where's
You
my
probably can't.
mouse?
You probably,
I
you
can't
probably
see.
can't see it, Brady. Yeah, there you go. You need a CNI dog on the computer
That's what I need. Get my dog in here. Hello, Dave. I'm sorry, brother. I did not
Hey,
see
buddy.
your hand up.
How you doing, John?
I'm doing just fine, brother. I'm sorry. I did
No,
not
that's
see
all
your
right.
hand.
No, that's fine. Just helping with the cause. Just to let you know.
Oh, is that you, Dave?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate the shit out of that. I did
No,
not
not a
know.
problem,
I did
buddy.
not relate the last name. I just know you as Dave.
Yeah, I know it.
Yes, Dave.
Dave's not here right now, man.
Yeah, Dave's not here, man.
You're getting a few Dave in the show.
No. I'm Dave. Dave.
Dave.
Yes, sir.
Dave's
Dave
not here.
here. Dave's over here, man.
Dave's never here.
Hi, my
It's
name
still
is
one of my
Daryl.
favorite
Brother Dave,
albums they ever
Brother
did.
Dave.
You know that?
Dave Sumford.
As a matter of fact, I have
I
that
can't
album.
speak.
I have the Cheech and Chong album, Big Bamboo, and guess what? It still has the paper in it. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It still has the paper in it. I might have to hawk that thing pretty soon. I forgot I even have it. No, it's here somewhere.
No school like
Leave
the
it
old
alone, John.
I know it. Leave it alone. Forget you had it again. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's another thing too. People collect these things, and they say, "Oh, this will be valuable in a few years," and they say that when they're 70, and they started collecting when they're 20. I mean, at what point do you say, "My collecting now must reward me. I will sell everything up and enjoy what years I have"? I mean, people out there at 70, 75 years of age collecting antiques. You are an antique.
Yeah,
why,
you are.
why are you
I'm
collecting?
selling mine.
At 70 years old,
I don't
I
like
would
to
roll
go
that
down
thing
that
up.
road. I've spent, we're, like I said, we're going on 7 years of doing this show, and for the first 3 years, I swear I did not miss a single fucking day. 7 days a week, every day. I was consumed with this, and it cost my family. So yeah, I've made too many fucking trips to a pawn shop to keep this fucking family going. So,
It hurts, doesn't it, when you go do that shit?
huh?
It's demoralizing when you do that
It
stuff.
does. It takes away a little bit from you, but I've never. I mean, I miss the things that you had, those things that you had. Do I regret a moment of it? Not a bit. Do it again in a heartbeat. This
I'm the same way, John.
Yeah.
Right.
This was the line for so many people when he got elected. When he came into our house and we knew who he was, it was an insult to everything that we felt America had, that we were taught America was. It flew in the face of everything that the Bible taught.
You fought wars. You fought wars for what you got.
Yes. And this man, as I say, wrapped in the flag and carrying a Bible, came waltzing into our fucking house.
And not even knowing what goes into it.
No. Never gave
The
a shit
Bible
about
has
either one of
been-
them.
The Bible
I
has been.
can't say that I know the Bible word for word. I just know the parts that say, "Hey,
I know you're a Christian, Joe.
I do the best I can."
Isn't that what the Bible is supposed to teach? That you do
Well,
the best you can for your fellow man?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that gets me is I go to church mostly because of my wife. I believe in straightforward, me and the man. That's it. But my wife, she's really strict on that.
Yes, she
And
is. She
I
keeps
was
you in line, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Happy wife, happy life.
Hey, she
Everyone
already
has-
wore out.
they must-
She wore out the whip. She's got a bat.
Everyone must have some moral guidelines, whether you take it from religion or you take it from somewhere else. I mean, there's other sources, I'm sure. But if you haven't got a moral guideline, you are bound to do something awful to yourself or other people.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in do unto others as you would have them do unto you, so to speak.
So do I.
But I also believe in, I'm not my own personal. If you slap my right cheek before you get to my left, I'll knock your ass out.
Yeah. So much of that turn the other cheek shit you can handle.
Well,
I try. I do. y'all know the story of my house, my street, everything that's happened on this street over the last 6 years. When I drive down this street, which I did today, and I get right down there by one of the people, he was on his lawnmower, and I waved at him. Because that's what I fucking do every time. Because it doesn't matter what they do. It matters what I do.
Yep.
I don't let them. They've done hateful fucking shit to my family, to my animals.
Yep.
I wave at them every fucking time, because fuck you. I'm not you. I'm better
You are
than
prepared to forgive.
that. And they go to church. I'm just saying. Church ain't gonna get you shit. It's what's in your heart. That's the only thing that's gonna save your soul. If there's a God, is what's in your fucking heart, and you don't get that in the church, in a building. Stephanie Dean and Jay Clayton came in with a $2 donation and said, "Just saying hi, and I love you and the BDF, J2." And there is the romance within this family. I say it every time I see him. This is a romance that blossomed within the Blue Dot family. Jay out there strumming his guitar with a rose in his mouth in the moonlight. I've seen it all. And Miss Scorp AZ came back in with another $2 and said, "Me too. I have the paper too." Go.
Yeah.
The paper
I've got to go, guys. I'll
Do ya?
catch up next show.
Well, we're gonna
Yeah, I gotta
we're gonna
fly.
head out too, Ozzy. So I appreciate you coming in always, brother. I look for you every time we come in. Your voice and your opinion is always valued in this family, brother.
Absolutely.
I'm
Just
just-
thanks
how's the health,
Thanks
by
for
the way?
having me. All coming good. It's
Good.
the mind's good. It's just the body's a bit behind, and that's where I'm heading right now. Physiotherapy.
There you
So,
go.
I'll catch up with you next time round. All right, guys.
Dave, take care of yourself. We love you, brother.
Never give up.
Love this family.
Or should I say
Love this
morning,
family.
Dave?
Yeah. Good morning,
Yeah,
Dave.
it is good morning. Thank you, Mr. Chief. See you. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Nah,
Good night, Ozzy. A hell of a guy there. Ozzy's been with us a
I
long time.
never thought about that. I
Yeah,
never
it's
thought
morning
about
over there.
It's
Yeah.
13
Yeah.
hours different.
Yeah, he makes an effort to come on the show, and that's how come I really appreciate him so much, because he has to get up early to do this shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Bernadette
Duh.
herself, she has to take up the middle of her afternoon. There's people out in California that go. The show starts at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Man, that's the middle of the afternoon. That's shit you could be doing. So we love you, Bernie. Thanks for being here.
Thank
Seven's
you. I
hard too.
appreciate that. That's why after the show, I hardly ever stick around because I gotta go.
Gotta go make dinner.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess we will wrap it up. Dave, I'm sorry I got you in here late, but I appreciate you coming in, and thank you for those donations, brother.
Oh, no,
every
not a
dollar,
problem.
Every dollar counts. So yes, thank you tremendously.
Hey, John, I just wanted to let you know on the Biden infrastructure, I am on high-speed internet now.
Really?
I'm loving life.
Got you a little bit of that
Right
Biden
on.
shit.
You
Excellent.
got some infrastructure, huh?
I'm thinking
Yeah, I
about trying
got
to
some
do.
infrastructure.
How about that dark
How
brand?
about that dark
It's
brand
coming
getting shit
loud
done?
and clear.
Boy, howdy shit. I swear mine is too. I have it, I'm thinking about trying to make some changes show, because every time I go to upload my video and I hit upload and it goes dun, 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 bing. Really? I used to sit after 20 minutes sometime to get one rant uploaded to one platform. Not, then I got to go to the next platform and the next platform. So it would take over an hour and a half, 2 hours to upload those videos. And now it's like zipping along. And they didn't come out to my house and change anything, so somebody threw a switch.
Well, I hope they throw the switch on your phone.
I wish they would. My brother called me today from Tennessee, and he said, "Well, why ain't you been answering your phone?" I said, "Because it hasn't rung." He said, "Well, I've been calling you like all morning." I said, "Well, it hadn't rang a shit. The first time it rang was, I'm answering it right now." That's my service out here. I live on the Nueces River in a valley of a valley. So
Yes, John.
In the valley
shit
Same
just
way
goes
here.
right over my head out there.
Yep,
So
yep. Our cell phone is Death Valley.
yeah, it
Or,
doesn't work.
We call
Anyway,
it the dead zone.
Dave, thank
we
you very
call it
much,
the-
brother.
Thank you,
appreciate
John.
you. And Tony,
Yes, sir.
good to see you taking care of your truck, brother. I'm thinking about shipping mine up there for you. Take care of that shit. Fix all of that crap.
Hey, Halloween's coming to your house this coming weekend.
I love you, brother.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Okay. Trick or treat.
I will
I say,
keep my eye
"Boo."
peeled, brother. Believe me, I will. Because
Okay.
the conversation we had. Don't think
Yeah.
I miss it. I miss it in my hand. It's not. It's a toy. It's really it's sitting right out there on the damn table. I can't use it. Just look at it. Damn. I'll
Well,
get it in my hand.
Halloween
brother.
should be there between Monday and Tuesday,
Well,
somewhere
brother.
around there.
I appreciate you so
Okay.
much. Take care of yourself and tell Pauline I said
Okay.
hi. Paulette.
Oh, she's in the kitchen making me some soup.
Well, look at you. And there you get
Hey,
soup.
she
made
said, "What
for you.
caused your gas?" I said, "Old age.
That's right.
Too many cookies."
Now, wait a minute. I got to back up to this gas pump. Anyway, if we could just figure that
Okay,
problem out, I'd be eating more beans. Anyway.
I hear that. Love
Tell-
you guys, man.
Love you back, brother. Take care of yourself. And
Okay.
Uncle Fatty.
Tony will like this. When we were doing some hail damage jobs down central Kansas way, guy was a Chevy-aholic, had 4 or 5 broken down trucks in his front yard and wrenching all day long. And we did a red 3-tab roof, put a big black Chevy bow tie in the middle of his
Really?
slope facing the front yard because all of his neighbors were Ford guys. So
Ford.
that's what I got to say about that.
Found on roadside dead. Anyway.
Heavy power, baby.
Love.
I'm a Chevy
Ford,
man.
Ford owners
Ben?
have a very active thumb.
Looked over
Yeah,
me.
I bet they do.
As long as it runs down the highway, I'm pretty happy. I've had Fords, I've had Dodges, I've had Chevys. I am partial to Chevy.
Fix once, repair daily, they say.
Yeah, fix and repair daily. Found on roadside
They-
dead. Fucking overrated disaster. Ford took it on the chin with their.
Anyhow.
There's lots of shit they came up with the name. It doesn't mean shit. I had a Ford. I loved it. It was a big 4x4 with a lift kit in it. This was younger. I had a worn 8,000-pound winch on the front of it. I could put all my fucking fishing rods. Had racks up there for everybody in the front. Drive to the beach, park facing the water, and fish. You can't
Try
ask
that
for
in a
nothing
small
better than
town.
that. And I traded it
And
off.
you did nothing else.
I traded it off for a Porsche. I went
My
through a time in my life when I revisited my youth, let's say. It was the most stupidest thing I ever did. I had that truck the way I want. Anyway, let's get into another rant. Shit. Dumb things
Broken
you've
heart.
done in your life. Anyway, Uncle Fatty,
Yeah.
thank you for coming in, brother.
Always good to talk to you guys.
Come back. We appreciate it. And Joe,
Yes, sir.
thank you for coming in, brother.
Anytime, my friend. And throw me some smoke signals every once in a while whenever you need help.
I was thinking about going to Mathis. I ended up going into Cal Allen. If I come over to Mathis, brother, I'll come by the house.
You bet you.
I'll give you a
You
holler
might
before
get.
I get there.
You might get lucky.
Hey, don't be teasing me.
I'm telling you,
I'll be
you
there
might get
tomorrow.
lucky.
I'll be there.
Mama's
She
got
cooking?
everything prepared.
Are
She's
you-
got everything prepared.
Might
Pan
be
de
there
polvo,
tomorrow, brother. Pan de polvo?
Pan de polvo.
Oh man.
I gotta go.
Man,
pick her
I
up
drive
now,
4 hours for that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She makes them great too. I'm
Oh
telling
man.
you.
You
Joe's.
put one in your mouth and put your tongue up on the upper top of your mouth.
It melts.
And it melts.
Just melts.
It
That
literally
cookie that
melts
you
and-
just
and,
picked
like,
up to put in your mouth and you put in there, melted away.
It's gone.
That's why you need handfuls of them. You can't just eat one. Are you shitting me?
Oh no.
Joe, take care of yourself. Tell Maria
Yes,
I
sir.
send my best.
I gotta go pick up Mama. She's over there at the ranch.
Oh. Well, you best go fetch her up.
I gotta go get her.
All right, Joe, take care of yourself.
Okay,
Tell
my
Maria I send my love.
I will. And love to everybody. Love to all my friends.
All of
all my.
Everybody. And
Everybody.
before we go any further, I want to thank Mildred Ocasio, who just came in with a $2 donation and said, "Good night, Blue Dot family, and see you all on Tuesday." And she's right, because we will be back here on Tuesday.
Much love.
Much love, baby. Miss you, chick.
Yes, John.
Got anybody you want to call out there? Anybody share that shit?
Some people shared some shit.
Somebody share
also
some
want-
shit.
Well, I also wanted to share that, we did have that primary thing in Louisiana.
Indeed.
And in Louisiana, they're voting things a little bit different. If at any point during a primary, one of the candidates gets over 50%,
Yeah.
then they are deemed the winner. They don't have to be in the general
Really?
election. Yes. So we actually did end up with 2 people that got more than 50%, and that would be the governor's seat and the lieutenant governor's seat.
So that will
And unfortunately, it flipped to red
really.
for the governor. The lieutenant governor was already red, but the governor was a Democrat, and now it's not.
The land of Steve Scalise. What do you want to know?
Yeah, but there will be some other seats, that will be on their regular general election, and
Good.
their amendments all passed. They had 4 amendments; those all passed.
We
Which
stand a good chance this time. Just because of the atmosphere of the country, you think it's bad, but it's really bad for the Republican Party on the grand scheme of things. People have left that party and they're not going back. Anyway,
They got smart.
They got smart and they're going. And then,
for whatever reasons, there's still a whole lot of elections yet in October. And some of them again are, it's school board. There's some bond issues or millages, or there's different things. So we still have some of those coming up in South Carolina in particular. I'm sure there's a couple others, but those are the ones I know for sure. The 17th and the 24th in South Carolina. And then, where did my shit go?
Where'd your shit go? Where'd the share your shit go?
I had some share the shits.
I'm sure they shared the shit. I bet they shared the shit out of it.
Unlike Tony's gas. Okay, Bob Lamb from Oklahoma. Got you, didn't I?
Yes,
Pearl Bodine from Florida. Tom Clark from Thailand. He shared that shit.
He shared that shit.
He shared that shit.
Boy, howdy
Logan
shit.
Allard, from Logan Allard from North Dakota. Alfred F. Mertland from Minnesota.
Outstanding.
And I think he has before, but he did again. Tom Michna from Texas. Susan Sommers from Minnesota. And Francis Danish. I'm going to say it wrong.
Welcome to my room.
Danishi.
That's it. Sure. That's it.
From Ontario, Canada.
Really?
Yes.
One of our neighbors up north. We appreciate the shit out of that.
And I'm sorry, Francis, if I spelled the last or pronounced the last name wrong. It's
her fault.
It's got
not mine.
The vowels in consonants in weird places.
And I want to thank Ron Hidell, Jeff Gritchell, Geek on a Leash, Patrick O'Boyle, Mark Phillips, Benjamin Mannion, William Warren Jr., and Creole Viking, who all joined our YouTube family right before the show. I came in here and said, "Oh, you got new subscribers." So we want to thank.
Excellent.
We're numbers are still going up, baby. This family is still growing, and it's your result.
We're almost at 23,000 there.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, I know it. I keep watching that too on YouTube, because we were at 22 forever, and now we're at 22.9. We're fixing to hit 23, and yeah, so we're going up. We're a modest.
We can all participate by liking, sharing, subscribing, following. Share that shit.
Share that shit. That's how it grows. Anyway, Miss Chick, thank you so much for everything you do, darling.
You're welcome, John.
All right. And Bernadette.
Hey, John.
Time for dinner, dear.
Yes, just sitting there.
I love you, baby. Thank you for being.
A little chilly up here tonight. We're going to have a little bit of beef stroganoff.
Right.
Ooh, no.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
I've been in here.
So.
Prior to proper planning, I came in here and she said I'll have something ready when you come out. All righty. So it'll be a surprise.
So thank you to everybody that participated in the chat. We had a few trolls tonight. Thank you for the moderators that helped out with that.
Indeed.
We're going to get them. And the closer we get to election time, the more we're going to get them. So y'all do your blue dot diligent and just let us know, and we'll give them the good old troll workout, and keep it moving.
I guess we bother them.
Well, we're bound to get on somebody's nerve.
Tough
I don't
shit.
care.
I don't give a
Um,
shit either. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
Don't they have
I
a
don't care.
QAnon meeting to go
They're
to?
paying
They're
attention
late
to
for their
it.
QAnon meeting on,
Go find something else to do.
really. Anyway, to the rest of
Okay.
y'all, I appreciate you so much for being here. Like we said, this family grows only because the love that grows within it, and that's y'all. So I want to thank all of you. I want to thank everybody that came in with a donation, and those that I looked up at my thing. I assume the names going by on the screen right now. I can't
Yes,
see
they
it.
are.
They are? Okay,
Yeah.
good. All those
Credits.
people are the ones
Patreon.
that the Patreon members that donate every month. I could not do this without their help and without those helping here. So thank you all for that. And maybe keep your mind in the news. See
Hey,
what's going
if you
on.
want your name on that list, go on
Hey.
over to Patreon, and
$1 a month?
look, $1
Your
a month,
name will
get
be
your
right
name
up there, baby.
on
And
the
we-
credits.
and
Yep, you're part of producing this show, and that's why we say thank you to you guys.
And to a note to the Patreon members, for the last week, every time I go to do my rant, I keep reminding myself I want to sit down and I want to do a video for the Patreon members. It'll show up in the Patreon page over there. So I want to give a direct shout out to those that helped this show and that have stayed with me for so long. Thank you very much. Anyway, we will be back here Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. If I'm lucky and ain't got shit to do, I will get another rant out tomorrow and can throw my 2 cents out there. But until then, take care of each other. Try to stay positive in this desperate world that we live in, and keep an eye for a future, baby, because we got to make it better. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all say good night.
Night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.